Hi, I'm Deirdre Verney from the Westmeath Independent. I'm joined by Mullooly of RT. There's a bit of a lull here in the media centre in Athlone IT, so we've a chance to look at the figures and look at the trends. The big talking point in recent times is Athlone possibly not having a TD.
That's the big story emerging, Deirdre, this evening as well. We're heading up to 5 o'clock at the Con Centre, and it's been an extraordinary day. That's the first thing you have to say. I mean, Sorcha Clark, the Sinn Féin wave across the country. We were told about it in the opinion polls, the exit polls. It has arrived. You know, throughout Athlone, she polls so well, 1,000, 2,000 votes, the best part of it around Athlone. And now the knock-on effect, Kevin Boxamore in real trouble. Just 6,500 votes apparently after the tally in the first round. That's not going to be enough to get him elected. He would need another 1,000 to 1,500 votes, and it doesn't look like, and privately Kevin Boxamore's people are conceding this, he really is in trouble.
Yeah, they're really not optimistic at the minute. They're fearful for him.
No, I mean, because Sorcha Clark will top the poll, as they say. She'll have a small surplus. He may get some of that, but it appears her number twos are going all around the place, and no significant numbers for anybody. So then he's relying on elsewhere, the candidates who are lower in the turnout. And at the moment, we're talking about people like Don Parker, Gabrielle McFadden, possibly even the Green candidate, even who also has also got a reasonable vote, 1,000 votes. But again, his people are saying that possibly 400-600 votes would be as many would be there. So it would appear that Athlone will be without TD in the next Dáil at the way things are going at the moment.
Which is not something we were ever predicting. The bookies got it wrong. Everyone seems to have got it wrong.
That's right. This wasn't in the script. This wasn't in the script at all. We were told that it was going to be a gain for Fianna Fáil or Fine Gael in Longford. That was the subplot we were told all along. It hasn't happened at all. And the Sinn Féin wave, as I say, and it's extraordinary. I mean, we talked about it already today. Here's a candidate, a very good candidate, who was a member of Westmeath County Council, but you know, Sinn Féin didn't get out their vote in the summer in the elections. She lost badly in the local elections, only 500 votes or so, and the result of it is very straightforward. She lost her seat. Now she turns out she couldn't get 600 votes in the local election. She can get 11,000 in the general election with the wave behind her. And I've been talking to her this afternoon. She says she's going to be a TD for Westmeath and for Longford. She says it's not a football match, not a football issue. She's going to represent the people, and she's going to get around. And I can tell you, Sorcha Clark means business.
It's interesting though that it's not a personal vote for Sorcha Clark, that it's a brand vote, it's a Sinn Féin vote. It's not necessarily the candidate's name that was cropping up on the doors that we were told, the Athlone candidates, that it was a Sinn Féin vote rather than a Sorcha Clark vote.
It's part of the national mood, there's no doubt about it. It has to be part of the national mood. And the wave that's coming across. Particularly in Athlone, when you look at, you would have seen them as well, Deirdre, early on, the individual ballot box. I mean, Correspondent was a big surprise to me. One box in Correspondent, I think Boxamore had something like 100, 105, 110 votes. Sorcha Clark from Mullingar had 84, 90 votes in the same box. It's extraordinary. I mean, the heartland of Boxamore possibly would have been, Gabrielle McFadden would expect to get a considerable amount of votes. She was way outvoted by Sorcha Clark there, and that happened right around the area in Athlone. I noticed another one for Brawny, of course, the big one. The Brawny vote was huge.
Yes. Early on.
Dare I say, at one stage she looked like she could have wiped the floor with all the candidates in Brawny.
Yes.
And that's where they picked up votes right across the board.
Yeah. And she's picked up votes everywhere, in every box that we've looked at, in Longford, all over Westmeath.
That's right.
No other candidate has had that spread.
So it has to be the national wave of support. But I spoke to her this afternoon for some time, and she's the first person that pointed out they had a machine. They had a machine in operation. They did get around as much as they could. A lot of media work and social media work. And she also said that they knew this was coming. And I said to her, how did you know it was coming? And she said, unlike the summer when they weren't getting the feedback, every time they stopped somebody in the street, this time around, I said, Sinn Féin, tell me about your literature, we're going to give you a chance because we're looking for a change. This is repeatedly the issue. People are tired of issues such as housing and health.
Yes.
And then being told by other parties that the recession is over, that things are improving, things are on the way up, Yes. And that clearly was a factor. And she's an able candidate. She'll be a very strong TD but it's different times, and it's the end of the old politics in terms of this constituency.